So you were kicked off your TikTok campaign.
Yeah.
The Maddie McCann thing wasn't.
That was fine.
And then this week you've had, because it's been all over my Twitter feed, and we're not really involved in the YouTube game, but it's been news.
Yeah, it was. So what happened? It was 2 years ago now. Pretty much. Yeah, 2 years ago, and we're doing this thing called the Wembly Cup, which is where 4 YouTube teams played each other in this tournament at Wembley, and usually with those YouTube games, it's just like these YouTubers who, you know, would be last picked at PE, sort of having a kick about, and it's fun. But this year or that year, they'd had semi-pros involved, and one of the teams is now like a professional team, so they were moving that way. So it was like our team and then a bunch of people that can actually play football.
Yeah.
And so there was one team in particular that were called the F2 Freestylers. There's like 2 guys that do step overs and hit the crossbar. Really successful. One of them hasn't let it get to the head. And so when I filmed with them prior to this Wembley Cup, we were just doing Mr. and Mrs. And one of them was going, "You can't call us Mr. and Mrs. because we're both guys. We're not going to be called Mrs." And so straight from that, he was just not having any of it. Wasn't playing along.
Dry as fuck.
Exactly. So I was trying to make jokes, and one of the questions we got was, what was my mate's favourite sex position? So I thought I'd make one up. So I went with the hungry professor. I meant the nutty professor, but just messed that up. I was trying to explain that and what that was.
And also, you don't want Eddie Murphy to demonetise you either.
Definitely not.
What the fuck? What physicalization is the hungry professor?
We're still
Put
not
a
sure.
lab coat on. Get the pipette.
So I was trying to explain that, and then it was just so awkward. Like, my mate was laughing, the people behind the camera were laughing. Those two just sat there, stone-faced. And it was like I was dying at a gig. It was the worst feeling. And obviously it could just be edited out, but they just weren't having any of it. And they were like, "Oh, we've got these massive deals with Adidas. We can't be seen laughing at this." And they're just arseholes to me. So then before we played at the Wembley Cup, I thought it'd be funny to make a diss track, just like a jokey one about them. Add a bit of spice to the game because we were playing each other.
What genre of music did you go with for your diss track? Because traditionally a hip hop thing, but
Belarusian folk.
Yeah.
What?
I'm just being
I just went with some hot jazz, And,
a jazz diss track would be on a blues club. Your man is a slag.
You got no sense of humor. And I'm a ginger nonce. I'll see you at Wembley.
So yeah, I did that, and then I put it out the night before of the game, and then basically on the pitch, they'd then seen it. The guy that just hated me, I got on the ball for the first time, and he just floored me straight away. It was a foul, but wasn't given. I'm not over it. And then game finished, they won, fantastic. And one of the guys on their team comes over to me, starts mouthing off. And I thought he was going to come over and laugh at me, because I've made this track about how we're going to beat you at Wembley and other sick bars like that. And and he came over and was just really aggressive, just like trying to start on me. Just a stand full of kids, just waving there.
Mum and child.
Fam! Kids wearing ginger nonce t-shirts.
Leave that nonce alone.
I've got shares in TikTok. Jesus.
So I didn't have a clue what to do, because I'm not going to fight him because I get battered. And also there's a stand of kids. So I was just walking away from him as he's still going off with himself. And then I basically had my mate Lawrence there. He's a nice guy. He started talking to him. He was kicking off at him. And there's a guy that who was on our team called Brian, or the True Geordie. He's like 6'3", just massive.
An absolute fucking unit of a man.
Yeah. He, when people from Newcastle are that big, you're like, your heritage, someone got banged by a Viking.
Nordic, innit? It's a Nordic thing, yeah.
So I just ran to him pretty much. I was like, this guy's just threatening to batter me and Lawrence. And Lawrence is pretty much like the man he loves. Not literally, but
Yeah, Lawrence does a lot of the True Geordie podcast stuff with him, doesn't he? Yeah. He's a Liverpool fan, isn't he?
He is,
that right?
yeah.
I've seen some of the stuff, yeah.
So that was that. It all calmed down until the after party. Just in the bar in Wembley. And then this guy comes over from the F2 and he's brought his mate with him. And they're just trying to settle all these scores, even though they've won the match and won the tournament. Walking around with the trophy, getting pictures in front of all the other teams. Just proper dickhead. And he comes up to me and I was just minding my own business. And he's then going, yeah, my mate here. And I don't know if his mate is actually a comedian. He's called Man Like Hacks. And
I see. What did I see him do? I seen him do like a rap battle for Foot Asylum with an actual rapper.
Maybe,
like one of the Don't Flop lads. I'm sure he did like an advert with one of them.
He may, yeah. He's an Instagram comedian.
Yeah.
So comedian's loose there. And then he calls himself a stand-up comedian. I was like, I've never heard
just because
of
you
you.
stood up trying to be funny doesn't mean you're doing stand-up comedy, does it?
Yeah. And then so he comes over and he's like, oh, he's wittier than you. So, and then this guy is supposed to be witty then, and instead he's just mouthing off. My dad gets up because he's just sees what's going on, and it's just the most painful,
Your
petty
dad's
thing.
there.
Yeah, my family are with me because it's a fucking charity football game.
Oh, for the love of God.
It's just so embarrassing.
Mate, YouTubers should be like the mafia. Or you're like there's a rule with like no kids and family.
Yeah.
Mate, I'm here with my mum and dad. They're like, Stephen's playing at Wembley. Mate!
So they brought the camera crew around basically to either get me to, get me mugged off and then just laugh at it, or if I react badly, they've got that as well. So I just didn't really give them anything. He was going, oh, he's irrelevant, all this. I'd batter you in a charity he didn't say charity boxing match, so take note of that, will you guys? And then his best comeback to me was, my mate's getting a Lamborghini. Okay.
My mate is getting a Lamborghini. I'm not. I'm in a 2002 Ford Fiesta, but I know someone who is getting a Lamborghini. So
I might be in the passenger seat of a Lamborghini soon. You fucking think on, lad.
I mean, it's a lease, but
Can you imagine if the beefs on the comedy circuit, and you'd know this if you'd stuck around. It's a bit bitchy, right?
Oh yeah.
But everything's done behind each other's back. So no one would turn up. Imagine turning
because
up.
we sound like that.
Yeah.
Imagine turning up with a fucking camera crew to the green room of hot water to get in fucking someone's face and being like, what were you saying on WhatsApp? What we do is we turn up and there's someone there who you hate. And we're like, oh my God, you! I love you. I haven't seen you for ages. Oh, you're on now. You're on now. She's fucking shite.
Start a podcast, get a patron and bitch about them there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way
Absolutely.
to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's...
So it got a bit nasty.
Yeah, so pretty much then people started filming it, everyone else did, because they've never posted their footage because it's embarrassing for them. So they come over filming, and pretty much I know that like the true Geordie knows of what's going on, and he's gonna come at some point. So I was just biding my time, keep just hearing these shit comebacks, and then Moses in the Red Sea, the crowd just parts as he comes through. Fortunately, I have my head down when he comes in, so he moves me out the way because I don't see him coming. I'm like, he just pulls me out the way.
His hand envelops most of your torso.
That's the one little clip I seen.
Yeah.
When what's his name? The true Geordie. What's his name?
Brian.
So when he comes in, I just seen him come in. It's like a battering ram. He just turns up and he's just out the way, and he's like, "You need to fuck off, or you need to calm down, or something."
Yeah.
It's really fucking great
Because he's all mouthy, this Hacks guy, and then Brian comes in and he just goes,
He's less mouthy.
yeah, he just starts moving away.
Because Thor the Merciless just fucking waded in like, but it's the way he pushes your lot aside as well.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's not like, hey guys, I'm on your side. Now you lot. It's like,
Oh, I know.
get the fuck out of the road. What the fuck are you doing here, lads? This is fucking beef. Right. It's almost like he's almost gonna scoop you up in his arm, like, yeah, right, you get under my fucking tit. You leave these under my wing. It's so like dad's coming to sort it out at the playground, isn't it? He's so big.
So he took me out, and then it all kicked off after that, but nobody's recorded that.
Oh man,
Just handbags, and they got kicked out of Wembley for that, and it's just taken 2 years, because after that I didn't really want to think of it, because I thought, oh, it's just a horrible day. I was supposed to enjoy it with my family, and my friends, and then it's just been a shit afternoon. And then some guy went to me, "Oh, I've got the footage. Should I post it or not?" I was like, "Go on."
Oh, good on you.
So he posted it, and then it's been seen now, and everyone's sort of gone after them.
Yeah,
for being knobheads.
And what's their reaction been?
Got to be quite embarrassed there, haven't they? Because they went home early that day.
Yeah.
The birds at home, like, you're back early, love. What happened? I got kicked out of Wembley because I couldn't handle a diss track.
It's pretty much that. And the thing is, like, they do stuff where they've done anti-bullying messages and all that. And I think if you're going to go on with yourself like that, practice what you preach. Yeah,
but like I see so many people on like Twitter and that, being horrible cunt trolls. Like when people are being dead nasty, like, I'm not talking like a beef. I'm talking like beneath people they don't know is comment, "This is shit. You're not funny. You're a fat ugly cunt." And then they're always the ones like with mental health posts. Like we need to be kinder to each other. It's like, are you having a fucking laugh?
4 days before, guys. But do you think it can't kick off? Can it? You're not going to unless you see like a Lamborghini roll up and you're like, shit's about to go down.
It's not. Nothing's going to happen as long as Brian's around. As soon as he goes, I'm fucked.